What social purpose is served by our addiction to pixie dust? When banks lend 4 times income and the typical home costs 8 times income, and London could be 12, could be 16, why add pixie dust? The banks will lend you 4 times income, maximum, and you repay roughly 6 times income. You start with that 4 times cap and you add 30 years of interest, fair enough. But why add pixie dust? And what if you don't have pixie dust? Well, then you're in a whole world of pain, because lifetime renters pay 20 times income. Think of that. 20 times income, no house to show for it, because you don't have any pixie dust. Turns out Willie Sutton was wrong. Most personal financial assets are not in banks, they're in pension funds. If you think about this man's incentive to spread out his pixie dust over the span of 30 years, and then think about someone my age, 55, I'd like to see my income come in slowly and spread out over time. So we created the Pathway app to match these needs. The young buyer gets to choose his neighborhood, this house, sets his own rent, and eliminates the pixie dust. Who needs it? It's our role to play back every property we can take from Rightmove and Zoopla, which gives a financial investor like me 32 years, 5 months, and 14 days of income in exchange for this house. The rest happens on autopilot. We've now just launched into a 30-year relationship with an up-and-coming fine gentleman who trusts us because we eliminated the pixie dust. We'd like to start in the UK just to illustrate that 3 million families with rent supported by the government, yielding £15 billion of annual cash flow, ought to be an attractive asset for institutions holding £500 billion of bonds with a negative interest rate. A small proof of concept for something which is inherently global. So we drew the next chart upside down. People find the bond market somewhat confusing as bond prices rise when interest rates fall. Bond yields have fallen so far that it makes sense for pension funds to buy property. We compare the blue and the red as spherical forms. £1 billion is both a small and a large number. It doesn't show up in a pie chart. But think of it as 8,000 families, 8,000 opportunities to change a neighborhood or to pass on wealth, or think of it as one small opportunity to do something transformational.